Hello everybody, Marcel here from Modern Guitar Harmony. This is the first in a series for the year where we concentrate on harmony from the Baroque period all the way up to modern guitar harmony. I'm going to try and make this as practical as possible. So the first thing I want to start with Baroque harmony is a thing called the rule of the octave. And the rule of the octave is basically harmonizing a stepwise bass. So we're in the key of G major. Rule of the octave is based on figured bass, third bass. So if we have a G note on the sheet music, it won't spell out a G chord, but it'll just say G, like the notation G, and then it'll have a 5, the number 5, underneath it or above it, which means that we harmonize the G with the fifth above it, which is D. And we can fill in the third. Like that. But as in first species counterpoint, we can also have the octave. So you can harmonize it with the fifth or the octave. That sounds nice. And then the second note, the A note, is harmonized the sixth above it, so the F sharp. The B is harmonized also with the sixth. The C is also harmonized with the sixth. The D bass note, the dominant, it's actually harmonized by the fifth, so it's a root position, or the octave if you want. The E bass note, harmonized by the sixth. The F sharp bass note, also harmonized by the sixth. This time I'm putting the sixth in the middle voice, that one. And then we're back to the G. Same descending, G, the F sharp is harmonized by the sixth. This time for the E, I'm actually harmonizing it with the sharp 6. Back to the D, back to the C, B, bass note, A, back to the G. And that all sounds very nice. So then you can sort of play little but that's a bit boring. So think more lines, think more contrapuntally than chords, as opposed to thinking of this as a G chord and this as a D chord. You might think of it, because it's harmonized with the sixth above, you might think of it as a second inversion or an inversion. So because then you have F sharp, so it'll be like a F sharp minor 7 flat 5. F sharp is 1, A is 3. C is 5, but it's actually like a D dominant, just no root. At the moment I'm just keeping this very simple, so that you can get your hands dirty and practice it over and over. So that's a bit boring, so a more interesting way might be to do something like this. That's quite nice. So what I was doing there is I was just looking up the notes diatonically. And that all sounds quite nice. There's a 1,000-word plus PDF on the Modern Guitar Harmony Patreon page on the $3 tier. So the $3 tier gets 1 lesson per month. The $5 tier gets 2 lessons, and in the next lesson we'll do the rule of the octave in minor, which always sounds very cool. There's also a recommended reading. There are practical exercises for the next 2 weeks or the next month. So Google the rule of the octave, be able to play it in all keys. And be able to improvise it. In all keys. It's hours of fun, so have fun with that, and I'll see you in the next lesson.